to Couch Casual, and I was gonna obviously wait till after the Super Bowl to record the recap of the game, but the game's over. It's been over. It was probably over since halftime, and this is not what at least I expected, and I don't think this is what anyone expected to happen. It's currently 37-6 right now, with 8 minutes left in the fourth, and this is probably going to be a short video because there's not much to talk about. It's pretty obvious how this game has gone, how it's gone. The Eagles defense, we knew Vic Fangio was a good defensive coordinator. He's probably one of the best defensive minds in all of football and one of the best in history of football. And we knew that going into this, but we're like, you're going up against Mahomes and the Chiefs, back-to-back Super Bowl champs. They always turn up in the playoffs. It has to be a close game despite it being such a good defense from the Eagles and having a guy like Fangio. Not at all. This is very much like the Bucks Chiefs Super Bowl, but I think even worse than I think the Eagles defense has played even better than the Bucks defense did in that Super Bowl. Mahomes has 148 yards, one touchdown, two picks. He had a fumble just a few plays ago. They've gotten absolutely nothing on the ground. And Kelsey hasn't done anything. Juju hasn't done anything. DeAndre Hopkins had that big drop. Xavier Worthy's been their only reliable target. And their defense, honestly, hasn't even played that bad. Saquon has been relatively contained for the most part. He had one big run. Outside of that, he hasn't done anything. If you were to tell me that the Chiefs would hold Saquon to 58 rushing yards, 2.5 per carry, and they would be down by more than 30, I would have called you crazy. You wouldn't be able to tell me that the Chiefs would be able to contain the Eagles' best weapon and still lose by 30. And that is because Hurts has played another amazing Super Bowl. Not even as good as he did against the Chiefs 2 years ago, but 17 for 22 as of I'm recording this. 221 yards, two touchdowns, one pick. He has 72 on the ground. And then when it comes to the receivers, Devonta Smith's had a good game, but he hasn't had some insane game. They've just distributed the ball so well, and then their defensive line, Josh Sweat 2.5 sacks, Milton Williams 2 sacks, Jordan Davis 1 sack, Jalix Hutt half a sack. They've gotten so many sacks, 2 interceptions, one pick six from Cooper DeJean, and honestly, that's pretty much the story of the game. 345 yards to 144, 210 passing to 117, 135 rushing to 27, 5.5 yards per play to 4. And again, the game's still going on. And then time of possession, they've doubled their time of possession. They've won the turnover battle. The pick from Hurts obviously took some points off the board, but it wasn't honestly the worst interception. They're about to kick a field goal and go up 40-6 potentially, too. This is just crazy. I was going to obviously film a recap of the Super Bowl as soon as it ended, but it ended. It's over. It's been over. And this is not what this is just crazy. This is not what I expected at all. I know everyone hates the Chiefs, but maybe I was rooting for the Eagles, but I at least just wanted it to be a good game. That's all I really wanted, was just a good game. Like, everyone was complaining how it was a rematch of the Super Bowl and no one likes the Chiefs, no one likes the Eagles. But last time these teams played, it was a great game. It was one of the better Super Bowls we've had in a while. So I was like, okay, maybe these teams are hated, but they gave us a great game last time they played. That's what I want, and we clearly didn't get that. I don't even want to know what's going down in Philadelphia right now. But again, it's going to be a very quick video because there's not much to talk about. Super Bowl MVP is probably going to be Jalen Hurts, because Saquon didn't do anything crazy. Devonta Smith, I don't think, would get it over a guy like Hurts. And honestly, I don't think there's anyone, when it comes to the Eagles defense, I don't think there's anyone specific that you would give finals Super Bowl MVP to. I mean, maybe a guy like Cooper DeJean or Josh Sweat, but I feel like their defense has been more just of a collective effort versus one guy taking over the game. So I don't think you give it. Honestly, you should give the Super Bowl MVP to Fangio, but it's probably going to go to Jalen Hurts. And this, as I said, this was just not what I thought was going to happen. I didn't think their Chiefs, I mean, obviously their dynasty isn't over, but I didn't think their Super Bowl run or their potential three-peat would end as a 40-6, potentially, game's not over, but a absolute massive blowout to the Eagles. Congratulations to the Eagles for a great season. I think they posted a graphic that since the bye week they were like 15-1 or 16-1, and their only loss was to Jaden Daniels when Jalen Hurts was injured. It's probably the most complete roster in the NFL. The Eagles, they have a very good coaching staff, offensively, defensively. Nick Sirianni's a good head coach. And I think we can officially call Jalen Hurts a good to potentially really good quarterback. I know he doesn't throw for a ton of yards, but he doesn't need to half the time. When you look at a guy like Saquon, when you look at the defense they have, he doesn't need to throw. But his two best games as an Eagle have been in the Super Bowl. And again, congratulations to the Eagles. They are your Super Bowl 59 champions, I'd assume at least. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Peace.